Welcome, brothers and sisters, to our Lenten series entitled Junk in the Yard. We have concluded the reflection on the capital sin of lust, and the next one in line is the sin of envy. What would be a definition of this vice? A state of a person who was bypassed in love. The person who got excluded, according to him, and does not feel loved anymore, and consequently is in need of looking around how to compensate for this emptiness. That creates discontent, dissatisfaction, continuous frustration based on comparing with other people. Other people receive more attention, more understanding. They are at the center. Their gifts, their abilities, their material goods are drawing attention. And how about me? These are questions or thoughts that come to the person who deals with the sin of envy. Now, it's clear that the root cause of this capital sin is a lack of love that a person might have not received during his or her childhood, is not taken into account, maybe raised at home. An older brother or younger sister received more attention for different reasons. There is a deficiency that creates fear of being forgotten, not taken into consideration. That also is connected with the sin of greed. It is fairly easy to make a connection that a person dealing with the issue of envy has not received sufficient love. There is a deficiency. Maybe at home, his or her older or younger siblings were given more attention, were more intellectual or skilled. There are so many different scenarios that play into this concrete development of this problem. When there is a deficiency of love, consequently, there is fear of losing a little bit of affection, of attention, fear of being forgotten. And at the same time, there is a lack of trust in God who loves me. A distrust. How come I don't receive this amount of love like other people with whom I'm comparing myself with? I don't trust God anymore. Two other vices are linked to the sin of envy, which are pride and greed. A prideful person, as we already spoke early at the beginning of the episodes, wants everything for himself or herself. And how come I cannot have everything I want, all the attention? And therefore, greed ensues this thought process. Not having enough according to one's own standards makes a person struggling with the sin of envy disbelieve that God is love and provides sufficient amount of graces and things. An envious person has a problem with faith, may be very religious and very pious, and even be sitting in the front pews on Sundays at church. However, he or she does not believe that God's attention is also focused and properly directed at him or her. Everybody else has better except him. That is one of the situations that can be caused by this sin of envy. This vice is the only one that is not connected with any pleasure, because gluttony, we can understand has to do with some pleasure, even greed, also lust, or other vice, even laziness. There is some sort of pleasure in trying to be laid back, let's put in very simple terms. Envy instead is like a poison that devours a person from within. It's a cancerous disease that eats up a person. There is no joy, no contentment, but rather a grief, a distress over the good that other people have or live through. This sin can become a mortal one when it leads to hatred and wishing and desiring evil for the other person. It is very clear that it is a capital sin because it generates other vices and sinful behaviors like theft, anger, viciousness, backstabbing, slander, calumny, even murder, as we know from the first pages of the Bible, from the book of Genesis, when Cain killed his brother Abel. A lot of issues are being connected with the sin of envy. And in these next few episodes, we'll talk how to get out from this vice, this disease that can be affecting our lives for years, or maybe even right now, and we don't know what to do about it. God bless you, brothers and sisters.